Hey, good morning, guys. This is Eric Chaffee. This is my day two challenge vlog. Um, day one was, well, day one was tough, and I can see why, Kevin, you say this will be the hardest thing we've ever done. So, yesterday morning, I remember waking up and feeling very scared, as I'd felt scared the night before because I knew I was going to have to start my prospecting. I'd been putting that off for a long time. I'd written down a couple weeks ago a list of all the numbers in my phone that I was going to start off as my personal circle. Um, I'm basically starting at a baseline of zero. I have nobody in my personal circle, and everybody I call and speak to and let know that I'm in the business is one person added to my circle. So I had this list of people. I'd been procrastinating, putting it off. The thought of calling people I know to tell them that I'm in real estate was terrifying to me. And I have to think why, and I believe it comes from, well, there's this term I heard not too long ago called imposter syndrome. It's when from what I understand, it comes from not feeling you are adequate or good enough to do what it is you want to do. So maybe because being new to the business and not having sold any homes before or closed any deals, and just recently started learning the housing market, I felt an imposter calling people up and telling them, I'm in the business, I'm a real estate agent, give me your business. And it scared me very much to do it. But with the help of with Steve, and I really appreciate him reaching out to me, and we spoke on the phone for a half hour before and practiced the scripts. And what really, the personal circle script, and what really, really helped me about that was he told me I sounded good. And you know, he told me he was impressed with with how I sounded, and that gave me a lot of confidence to do it. So I wanted to start at 8:30. 8:30 came around. All of a sudden, my office became very dusty. I realized I needed a cup of tea. But finally, 9 o'clock rolls around. I said, "This is it. I'm doing it. I'm starting." I made my first call. Decided to start with my mom. She did not pick up the phone, and I called my dad. And funny enough, my dad was probably the toughest call of the day. He was in the middle of doing something at the time, but he still spoke to me. But you could tell his attention was elsewhere. So I couldn't get any feedback on what I was using as far as the script was concerned. And the call went on for 15 minutes as he was going through his email list and sending out emails for me. He didn't want to give me any numbers, but he said, I'll put you on an email and we'll make a connection that way. After my dad, I called my uncle, then my cousin, and then I finally hit my call list. And I dialed, I think, 36, 37 numbers yesterday. I spoke with about half of them. No leads came from it, no appointments, nothing like that. But there was a lot of positive feedback from it, and oh yeah, I'll definitely keep you in mind. This might happen sometime in the future. I might be looking to make a move. I need to, my credit's kind of down. I need to find the right place, and but I definitely feel very confident that I added 16 new people to my personal circle, and people that I did not, people I was most scared to call, and I actually pushed myself to do it. And I was surprised that, the warm, no one was thinking like, oh, who are you? Why are you calling me? Like, it was all, oh, great, Eric, I'd happy to help you. The only resistance I found was when I was reaching people who were at work, and they, you could tell they were clearly flustered by the fact that they were pressured with being at work and having me on the phone at the same time. So that was a challenge, as a lot of the people I spoke with were, at the office or doing whatever they do. So I'll have to figure out, how to overcome that. And I did find it difficult to stay on script, because I found myself, based on what the vibe I was getting from somebody, the feeling I was getting from somebody, unable to confidently deliver the script. There were people who sounded engaged, and I felt more confident to deliver the script. Others, I felt like I need to be careful and not, you know, I felt like I was telling them to give me business at some points, and I couldn't do it. So hopefully, with more experience, there will be more clarity, more coaching. Will provide more clarity in that field. So, Kevin, if you have any, hopefully we could talk about this at some point. There can be more help with that. But yeah, it was a good day yesterday, and ready to get started today. And I'll take note of what I learned and my wins and everything, and just keep this ball rolling.